Okay. Let's discuss the short story, The Tip of the Iceberg. That day I discussed only. Now I am giving the note. Sorry. Topic, The Tip of the Iceberg by Lalitha Withanachchi. It is the title. The Tip of the Iceberg by Lalitha Withanachchi. Let's start writing like this. Lalitha Withanachchi's, Withanachchi apostrophe S, Lalitha Withanachchi's short story, The Tip of the Iceberg is a post-colonial English short story. Yes. Full stop. First of all, we could identify one of the salient, S-A-L-I-E-N-T, salient means special, salient features of this short story is that this is written in Sri Lankan experience of English using very short sentences of general communication. Yes. Full stop. The story has been written through her first-hand experience as a teacher of English working in government schools in various areas. Government schools in various areas. Right. In the very outset. Outset means starting, you know it. OUTSCT, outset of the story. Of the story, the writer tells that for more than 20 years, she taught English. She taught English in many schools, in various parts of the island, and she can remember the faces of her pupils as she struggled to struggled struggled to teach them a foreign language. Now when you go with me, normally first year our student gather more than 3000 CR pages notes with me. Right, then they develop their knowledge when go to second year. Now for the first time I started the pre-preparation class. Before registration, I will cover half of the syllabus, and then you will improve your knowledge, by which you will be able to manage the selection test, whatever area will it cover. Them foreign language. Right. Here, now when the teacher says, as of my pupil, as I struggle to teach them a foreign language, there is a idea that teaching English was a difficult task to her. Right. When the writer tells that she struggled to teach them a foreign language, I said when I said that I struggled to teach them a foreign language. After that, when the writer tells that she struggled to teach them a foreign language, what we could understand in it is that teaching English was not an easy task for her. Now, I mean, when learning literature, English, you have to write as far as possible. Then only your English will improve. That's why I said every short story, every novel, I give long and comprehensive detailed notes. That's why my students pass, because they write and write and write. Easy task for her. Yes. Next, the narrator. Writer is the narrator here. Narrator means one who tells the story, you know it. Narrator tells that for years, for years, she coaxed, C-O-A-X-E-D, coaxed. Coax means, that means make someone agree, if not convince. Okay, alright. In Sinhala chatuwen katha karana, coaxed, cajoled, C-A-J-O-L-E-D. Cajoled also same meaning. Chatu bus katha karana, chatuwen rawata ganna, like that. Cajoled, C-A-J-O-L-E-D, cajoled. Goaded, G-O-A-D-E-D. Goaded means punish with a stick. Goaded, comma. Threatened, and berated. Other thing, when you go to degree, you must have a good set of vocabulary. Some people think that we know English. Actually, that's not the reality. Goaded, threatened, and berated. Berate means scold. Berated them as they wrestled, W-R-E-S-T-L-E-D, wrestled with the slippery, S-L-I-P-P-E-R, slippery syntax of English. Slippery syntax of English. Syntax is a linguistic lesson. It is not easy. Second year you have to learn syntax. It is a serious lesson. Constituent checking, like that, syntactic trees, yes, with the slippery syntax of English. Yes. This expression this expression also confirms the idea that teaching English was a very hard task for the narrator as an as an English teacher as an English teacher. Yes. Here we are also given the idea that the students in schools where she worked were not ready to learn English. Learn English. Yes. That is why she had to coaxed, cajoled, goaded, threatened. Yes. After that, she's yes. Wrestled with the slippery syntax of English. Full stop. Of course, English language was slippery syntax to them, which means they could understand nothing. That's why she said the tortures they must have endured at my hands, studying the language that had sometimes to be taught as a second language and sometimes as a foreign language, according to the dictates of the departments of English. Yes. Full stop. That means she criticizes the process of teaching English. The writer criticizes the process of teaching English, criticizes the process of teaching English saying that at that time, there was no proper means of teaching English. Proper means of teaching English. Yes, full stop. On one occasion, OCCASIO, in one occasion, English was taught as second language, while on another occasion it was taught as a foreign language. Now, English should be taught as in Sri Lanka. The present process is second language. Okay, full stop. At present, in Sri Lanka, English teaching process is called a second language teaching. Yes. Full stop. According to the writer, she had to teach English as a foreign language as the education department dictated. Education department dictated. Yes, education department dictated. Yes. That means this English teacher did not have her own freedom to teach English as she wished. As she wished. Yes. It is then she tells that many were the seminars she was forced to attend. Many were the seminars she was forced to attend. Full stop. FRCD. That means she did not like to attend seminars, but she had to do that. Yes. Full stop. We also find her criticizing the subject of English language teaching methodology that was introduced to teach English. Yes. As she says, she kept her notes of lessons and schemes of work, SCHT, MES, schemes of work, immaculate, 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 according to prescriptions, red lines, aim of lesson, number of units, number of units per topic, and so on. Yes. Now this is a critical point. She criticizes education department and its process of teaching English. Full stop. It is well understood. It is well understood that the writer criticizes the process of teaching English, and how teachers were directed by the Department of Education. Now, can you read the note from the beginning up to now? Did you write clearly? No. Right. New para.
Connection.
Connection issue.
Yes, I have internet connection issues. I have lost some.
Okay, right. New para. Sorry. Yes. New para. According to the writer, Mike, please mute one mic. According to the writer, when there was, your microphone should be muted. When there was no threat, there was no threat of inspection, he taught English, the way her teachers Miss Rigg, R-I-G-G, Rigg, Miss Chapman, and Mrs. Innes, I-N-N-E-S, Mrs. Innes, taught her. Mrs. Innes taught her. Right. Next she tells that she used short, simple words that communicated the meaning. Yes. Full stop. When this writer mentions these three names of her teachers, comma, what we could understand is that these three names are not familiar Sri Lankan names, and they are the burghers who are the descendants, descendants, පැවතගෙන එන අය. descendants of Dutch, Dutch, Dutch. Yes, Landesi. We know that Sri Lankan burghers are native speakers of English, and they do not learn English, but acquire. They do not learn English, but acquire. Yes. ACQR, yes. Now it is understood that the writer here tries to tell something important that she wants to say that the way those burger teachers taught English was correct and in Sri Lankan school system also that should be the process of teaching English as the writer suggests. Yes. That is why she used short, simple words that communicated the meaning. Yes. It also tells something about the way Sri Lankan education department teaches English. Yes. The general communication of English should contain short sentences and simple words. But our textbooks, they have so many difficult words. Yes, give me 1 minute. Yes. Then the narrator tells that at Anuradhapura Central, she spent She spent 5 glorious years, 5 glorious years teaching the tale of 2 cities, and each year, her job increased with infinite patience, infinite patience when her students learned English. Students learn English. Right. It is after that we are told that she was transferred from school to school and finally she found herself in an institution of learning in the suburbs of Colombo. Right. Now that also we discussed that she doesn't want to mention the name of the school where she worked in Colombo. Yes. She mentions the name of school in Anuradhapura, but she refrains from refrains from mentioning the name of Colombo district. Sorry, name of the school in Colombo district. She just tells that it was named after a great saint, S-A-I-N-T, great saint, And at the entrance, there was the motto, M-O-T-T, there was the motto, inverted comma, nil desperandum. Nil desperandum. Here, see here, nil desperandum. Now, this is a Latin phrase that they also I told, Latin phrase of which English meaning is never be desperate. Yes. This is this is Latin term of which the English meaning is never be desperate. English within inverted comma, never be desperate. Never be desperate. Never be desperate. Right. Yes. The only school in Sri Lanka, with this motto at the entrance motto is St. John College, Nugegoda. St. John College, Nugegoda. So that we understand that it was in that school she taught. Then we come to know, then we, I said after that school where she worked, next sentence, then we come to know, why, the writer does not mention the name of Colombo School. Yes. She compares this Colombo School with Anuradhapura Central. Now she exaggerates Anuradhapura Central, appreciates and exaggerates, and condemns Nugegota St. John. Yes. එයා directly එහෙම කරාට ඒක අනිත් පැත්ත තමයි යා කියන්නේ. අනුරාධපුරේ කට්ටිය හරි ලස්සනට ඉගෙන ගත්තා කියන දේ අහගෙන ඉතින් අමාරුවෙන් හරි ඉගෙන ගත්තා. නුගේගොඩුන් එහෙම කරේ නැහැ. ඕකේ තව ඉස්සරහට යනවනේ කතාව. හරි. උන් ඉගෙන ගන්න එක අතරලා ෆයිට් කරා. හරි. The reason is that they had problems. Anuradhapura people didn't have that. Anuradhapura, they are farmers. They have paddy. They, whatever circumstances are there, they can survive. But Colombo not like that. If they earn, they survive. අනුරාධපුරේ සල්ලි නැතත් මොකක් හරි කරලා ජීවත් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ කන්න දෙයක් මොනවා හරි තියෙනවා. හරි වතු වල පොල් තියෙනවා, මිනිසුන්ට හාල් තියෙනවා, හේන් ගොවිතැන් තියෙනවා, හේන් වල එළවලු තියෙනවා, වට්ටක්කද ඕවද මේවද ඒවා හරි කාලා ජීවත් වෙනවා. කොළඹ එහෙම බෑ. සල්ලි තියෙන්න ඕන ඔක්කොම ගන්න. ඒකින්ද 71 කැරල්ලට අනුරාධපුරට වැඩි සෙට් උනේ කවුද? නුගේගොඩ. කොළඹ මිනිස්සු. හැබැයි ඒ කියන්නේ ජීපී කාර්ය හුඟක් හිටියේ කොළඹ කියලා කියන්නේ. ඒකට ඒක නෙමෙයි ඇත්ත කතාව. නේ. හොඳම ජීපී කාර්ය පස්සේ හිටියේ කොහෙද? අනුරාධපුරේ. අනුර කුමාර දිසානායක, ලාල්කාන්ත, වසන්ත සමරසිංහ, මහින්ද නේ. දැන් ගුරු සංවිධානයේ මහින්ද ජයසිංහ all are from Anuradhapura. Because that is මිනිසුන්ට තේරෙනවානේ poverty they feel. Later Colombo became different. මේ කියන්නේ 1960 ගණන් වල. This is about 60. මේක ආයෙ වෙනස් වෙනකොට 80 දශක විතර යනකොට කොළඹ මිනිසුන්ට සල්ලි එන්න ගත්තා. අනුරාධපුරේ මිනිසුන්ට නැති වුණා එහෙමයි. Yes. මොකද විවෘතාර්ථ කියනවනේ. මේ Cinema's time. Open economy gave opportunities to Colombo people. They had many opportunities. People cut ගහන්න හරි මොන හරි ජාවාරම් වරාය වැඩ කරන්න එයාපෝට් මොන හුඟක් ස්මග්ලින්. දැන් ග්‍රෑන්ඩ් පාස් ඒරියා ගත්තාම ඔක්කොම ස්මග්ලින් ඩ්‍රග්ස් ද මොනවද නේ ජීවත් වෙනවා කොහමද? Yes. The writers voice about that Colombo school is too much sarcastic. Yes. She tells that she walked through the narrow passage and entered entered Bedlam, Bedlam, and 4,000 boys were crammed, C-R-A-M-P-D, crammed in that ghetto, G-H-T-T-O. Right. Now, Anuradhapura Central is 14 acres. 14 acres. You know, it's called, that means 24 acres. But Nugget St. Joseph, St. John, about half an acre. But Anipette, Samudra Devi College. Yes. Anuradhapura Central garden contains about 20 acres, 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 and Nugegoda St. John College contains about half an acre, ACRE, acre by in St. John College. Yes. This teacher was surprised because 4,000 boys were learning in that small space. Yes. At least, now it's a boys' school. The boys of that school had no sport instruments, and the broken furniture was the playthings to these boys who had no bats or balls. Right? Yes. That is how the writer describes how that Nugegoda school was less facilitated. Yes. I have take other day also for this. As the writer says, those boys were also radical. That's why I say basketball and what are we gunny? Kadicha furniture. Yes. Next we find the writer describing the background issues of these boys and one is poverty. As we read, circumstances had made those boys a tough lot, and most of their fathers were unemployed. Yes. The boys came to school empty stomachs with empty stomachs while their mothers grobbed, G-R-O-P-D, grobbed for coppers in their husbands' empty pockets. Husbands' empty pockets. Right. Here it is clear that the background of the boys in St. John College was extremely poverty stricken. Hari. Okay. I have to take other 1 hour for this, but now it is not time, I got because I started the class to learn English, to learn literature. you have to go this way, right? Okay. I will send this to group, and I will also message if wish don't like, from next day they may come. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.